Wow, what a day. Morning, guys. All right, it is warming up a little bit. It was 25 degrees a little bit ago. I have this front end right here. We're going to pull that tire off. Well, I'm going to put that on the Harvey Spooner bike, and then we're going to get crack-a-lacking. Back at it again. So I got the bike up on the lift, and I got to take off this rotted tire. And I'm going to do that off camera like I said. And then we're going to get this out there and see if we can do a first start on it. And then I noticed I have a petcock leak right up in here. So we're going to have to address that. And always a petcock, guys, huh? Always a petcock. What's going on with that? Anyway, so I got to deal with that, but we're going to do a first start on that anyway. This thing turns over, has excellent compression. We fixed the spark on it, so we're all set there. So can't wait to get this thing fired up. Alright guys, let me get this tire ripped off. You guys already see me do tires. I'm just going to do one real quick on this one and get that done. Alright, new tire is on. It does have a couple little cracks in it, but nothing dramatic. This is going to be perfect. Holding air, rim looks like new. Look at that rim, guys. Nice rim. Tires, brakes are good. All good in the hood. Alright, so while I was on the lift, I thought I was recording. I wasn't. I just unbolted the petcock and screwed the new one on real quick with very little fuel leakage. Basically, when you undo these, stick your finger over it real quick, grab your new one, slide it up and turn it as quick as you can. So I did. Petcock is not leaking. So I'm going to have to let the motor dry up, and then we'll take this thing out there and do a first start. So alright guys, what I'm going to do at this present moment is I'm going to get this bench up and then cleaned up, because you got to take care of your tools. A lot of times I hear people go, oh, my tools are all over the place, man. That's not cool. Remember, these tools are what allows you to build these bikes. And taking care of these tools is pretty much number one. So before I go any further on this and get this bike off here to do the first start, I'm then going to pick up my mess and put all my tools away. This is going to allow me to make sure that I have everything, especially my 10mm socket. Alright, so take the time, clean up your area. I'm not going to clean up the bench, like the dirt on it yet. I'll sweep that off when the bike is off. But I'm going to pick up all the wrenches, all the sockets, and put them all where they go. So remember, as much as you want to just get this off the lift and go kick it and fire it up, it's take the time, do it right, and part of doing things correctly is picking up your mess before you get out there. Alright, so I'm going to go do that real quick, and then I will be back. Alright, so we got the bench cleaned off. Well, not swept off, but cleaned off. So take care of your tools. That's the most important thing before you do anything. Take care of your tools. Put them back in order. Get a rack that has all your sockets in, because this rack right here stays on my bench. Alright, so you're going to want to make sure you do all that. You want to make sure that you clean up your mess, you take care of it, and then we'll get this bike right here off the... I'm just going to shut up and we'll start doing this thing. Alright, let's get this bike out of here. Alright guys, we have the bike out of the shed. And, well, let's do a first start on this thing, guys. Right. Cold. The whole time I had it in there, I had it with the fuel on. Ooh, it started. A little smoky, but she's been sitting. Let's see if that clutch works. Well, guys, I would call that, my friends, a success. This bike runs absolutely beautiful. The clutch works. I'm going to shut the fuel off. It ran good. I was able to put this thing into gear, no problem, no issues. And I didn't have to adjust the clutch. I just had to take the slack out of the cable. So we're going to recap real quick of what we did to this thing, and we'll go from there. Alright, so we checked out the wheels, the brakes. We put the whole back piece on right there. I just got to do the cotter pin. We got the whole rod put on there. We did the carburetor cleaning, the fuel system. We timed the oil pump. We put an oil pump with it, with the carburetor. They're timed together. An oil tank, the bracket underneath. We went through that whole entire thing. We changed out the whole entire front end. So the shocks, handlebars, the controls, the clutch lever, the brake lever, the tank. We've gone through this whole entire thing. We did the seat. We did the whatchamacallit there, that side cover right there. We put a kickstand on it, so now it stands up on its own. So this bike right here is in darn nice shape. Got the front brakes working, which it never had. So we literally have gone through this entire bike, and I'm very happy with it. This thing came out pretty nice. So although the color, the shade is off, it still is a nice bike. So Harvey's gonna have some great times on this bike. So I don't want to keep running it too long without the air filter cover, because, well, that's just not good practice, and it creates a lean condition. So I'm gonna go ahead, get a gasket and the cover with the bolts, and get that all screwed on. Alright guys, got the cover on it, all back together. We have gone through this entire bike. Alright, I just took it for a quick rip up the road. I don't have my mount for my handlebars yet. As soon as I get that, I'll be taking you guys on rides with me. But Harvey Spooner is going to really enjoy this bike. His kid's going to enjoy this bike, and there's so much good in this bike. Like I said, the only downside to this is the tank is not the 100% correct one. It's from a KD80, but it's from an earlier one. This bike is an 85 to 87, or 84 to 87, I believe. See how it's got the square tubing? That's how you can identify it. And the color red. I believe they only came in the red color in the 80s. I think there was maybe one other color. I think it might have been blue. I'm not quite sure on that. But this is the only ones I've actually come across was the red ones. So between 85 and 87. So this bike right here is going to serve him quite well. Everything is working exactly the way it's supposed to, as when they come in here. So this is another bike that's up and going, and he's gonna ride it majestically. Clutch works, everything works on it, shifts beautifully. So really no complaints there. So what's the next step? Next step is to get this loaded up in the back of my truck, and he's taking the scooter, and I gotta get the snow out of there and all the other goodies. He's taking some generators, some whatchamacallit there, some tires. I'm giving him some aggressive tires. So we're gonna fill this thing up. I gotta go over everything and load it up. So I'm gonna let you guys go for now. I want to say once again, thank you for hanging out with me on this awesome build. And yeah, he's gonna love this bike when he gets it back. He's gonna, put his little spin on it. And yeah, he's gonna have himself a great KD, guys. KD. So next time you guys see this bike, it'll be on the Harvey Spooner channel. Get over there and say hi to Harvey. Say Kevin sent you, and give him a thumbs up. We like thumbs up, guys. So tell me what you guys think about the build, and how you guys like it. Anyway, guys, I'll talk to you guys later. I'm off for now. I'm out.